Is it the mock-ups? Who thinks that this is all mock-up related? Now, I know some of you in there said, well, there goes all the mock-up stores. I do not agree with that. I do not believe that mock-up stores that are creating not AI generated mock-ups that are just a standard tee. If it's a certain tee, if a mock-up place, okay, a Etsy store, Etsy shop, buys the shirt, has a model, and puts it on the model, and that's the shirt that they're going to be receiving, I don't know how that mock-up is going to be in the wrong. I could be wrong, but common sense says they're more or less saying that they just want the mock-ups to represent the product. And if you're getting the mock-up from Printify, it is of the product. Yes, there's something happening. It's obvious. But what is happening? Why are people getting deactivated or shut down or getting warnings? We're still investigating that. What we're doing is we're just keeping things the way that they are. I'm not touching anything. I'm not going to go in and change settings. I'm not going to go in and change a whole bunch of mockups. I'm definitely not going to put it in vacation mode. Like anyone that's putting it in vacation mode, I don't know. I would be so nervous with that because you're losing ranking, you're losing sales velocity, you're losing all of that stuff heading into Q4. But us personally, we're just going to carry on as usual. We know just from what we've learned that you're normally going to get a warning, right? You're going to be warned that you've been violating something, right? And we haven't gotten anything, knock on wood. Now, this might be good news for you and me. Why? Why would it be good news for you or me? Because there's a lot of people now jumping ship. There's a lot of people that are, not on the up and up. They're gone. So it is going to thin things out. And for us, we have to look at it as what can we do? And I've always operated like this. And if you go back and watch any videos that I've shot here on this channel about trademark infringement, warning, everything, I've tried to do everything I can possible to bring this to light, to bring this to people's attention. But if you operate as a business, as a brand, all right, and you are thinking along the lines of, I'm doing everything I can legit, right? I'm not riding the line. We know if we're riding the line, right? We know it, okay? But we want to know, are we operating like a business, like a brand? If you were a business, a brand, and you had, a full team and you had people working for you, would you jeopardize that by not following the rules? We're not saying that the rules are right now that you have to shoot your product yourself. Is it the best practice? Probably. Is it going to be easy to do for a lot of people? No. But the people that do, it will separate you. You will have an original mock-up, which is something that we'll probably consider doing in the future. Okay. I'll just throw that out there. And it's not going to be for maybe all our products. It might be for the top products. Might start there. So it is an opportunity for us that are willing to put the time, the effort, and to ride out this wave because, or this, I guess, cloud, or, get out from under the cloud. But it's to let's think about this. Like, how can we better our shops? How can we do a better job and really represent Etsy's platform the way that it was intended? If you recall, you couldn't sell print on demand stuff before. It was all handmade. That's all it was. And then they allowed us. And then you're going to get people that are going to abuse it. And they're going to start using drop shipping and they're going to start using private label. And they're going to start doing all the things that are going to mess things up. And same thing with AI. AI comes out and everyone goes crazy and they start creating digital art and they start creating digital mockups and they don't represent the product. And then all of a sudden, here we are. So to me, I'm looking at this as, okay, yes, it could be a warning. So let's not look at it and say to ourselves, like, are we doing everything okay? Are we going to be in trouble here? And if we are, we need to make adjustments. But we also need to look at this like this could be a big opportunity for us, the ones that are not just slapping up designs, going into Canva and just taking a couple elements, putting them together and calling them their own, right? I know my wife will layer sometimes 10, 15 different items to make it her own from different sources too, right? So it's it's also a way for us to say we're eliminating some of the competition. The people that don't want to do the extra work, the people that don't want to put in the extra time. So I look at this as like, this might be a good thing. Actually, it's not might, it is a good thing. And sometimes we have to take a step back and look at it that way and say, wow, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do things differently. And I'm going to make sure that I'm doing things better and making the platform better and making my shop better by following these rules, but also by learning from what other people are struggling with. But I look at this as like another opportunity for us to be able to rise above, right? And we've seen this for years, people that build websites and they do black hat tactics and they drive up the rankings and they get first page and they start making a ton of money. And then all of a sudden Google comes out with an update. They call it a Google slap, bang, smack, boom, they're gone, lost everything. And then everyone else that was just kind of plugging away, boom, all of a sudden they're on top now. So that's kind of how I look at it. So my advice here on this situation, and again, take it for what you want or with it and do whatever you want with it. I personally just look at this like, if the product is being represented in the mockup, and if the mockup that is being sold to you is owned by the person that created it, like they actually shot it, and you might even want to reach out to the people that you're buying mockups from and ask them, are you physically owning the product? And are you filming and photographing the product? Are they your models or are you using AI? You might even want to just reach out and ask that question. Because the way I look at this is like, it's probably not just an AI, this isn't just a mock-up situation. There's more to it. But I think the mock-ups that are being created that don't represent the product, that could be the problem. What can you do to more or less protect yourself in a sense, but also give yourself leverage? And there's actually two things. The first one, and to me is the one that I would start right now if you aren't doing it, is I would start building that email list. I would start building the email list. If you already have customers on Etsy, you can go ahead and you can start using those customers or actually getting those customers on your email list. There's different ways that you can do that. Right now, there's only one integration within Etsy, but coming soon. And depending on when you're watching this, if you're here live, it'll be in a couple of weeks. There's going to be Everbee's coming out with one of their tools that's going to allow this to be super, super simple. And it's all within terms of service. And I'm going to be doing a free workshop on that at the end of the month. So again, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. You'll be notified. And then also make sure that you download this. I'm going to go ahead and put that up on the screen again. And that is brandcreators.com/email. If you go there, it's a free download. It's a playbook that we have that we put together that goes through how we've been using email. And this goes for all the brands that we've built in the past up till today. But this also focuses on the Etsy side. All right. So make sure that you go through that, brandcreators.com/email. And if you aren't yet using Everbee and you want access to that when that does get released, if you go to emailforshops.com, you can go ahead and you can get 50% off for 2 months of Everbee, the growth plan, which will give you access to the email list building and the email broadcast and the email for reviews and all of the things that they're going to have built in. You'll get access to all of that on the growth plan. Other than that, I just wanted to say, let's take a breath. Let's understand, like, yes, it's a lot of the unknown, but don't go overreacting. Okay. And, do what feels right for you. If you want to go ahead and put your store in vacation mode because you think that that's going to like pause things for you, go for it. If that's going to make you sleep better at night, then do it. We're not doing that. If you feel like your mock-ups are riding the line or they're in question and you think that that could be something that's being flagged, even though you haven't been warned yet, do something about it. Then update them or create new ones or create your own, or pause those listings, like whatever is going to make you more comfortable. All I can tell you is for us, we're kind of business as usual. We're not really changing anything as of right now. Okay. If we do, I will report on that and I will let you guys know.